It's friggin' cold outside, and today I decided to try recording while taking a walk. I hope the camera won't be too wobbly. So anyway, yesterday I received another slap from life. And actually it's pretty funny. I've told you before that, in my opinion, as a father, you get thrown into this experience step by step, and life just hits you with a wave of realization at a time. And yesterday we visited a family with one little baby around 1 year old, and they had another one coming on the way. And we got to just sit with them and play with the baby and stuff like that. And it's nothing new. I've done that before. Like, I've been to families with babies and I've played with them and had my fun with them. Sounds a bit wrong, but in a good way. And it was always kind of alright. Well, sometimes it got annoying at some point because they are very attention demanding and they want you to pay attention to them, like a lot. And they always like drag your hand a little, let me show you something. Well, the one from yesterday didn't speak, he was just making his sounds. It was like, goo goo gaga here. And he just wanted to show you some of his cars or one of his books and stuff like that. But this time was different. Like, this time, every time the kid did something, and did a lot of things. Like, it just took a bottle and threw it on the ground. Just maniac style, okay? Or took his car and just swiped it off the table. Like, in such a powerful motion, like no regard of anything. Like, it doesn't matter if something breaks, it doesn't matter if it hits something, just whoosh. And that made me think. That made me think a lot. I was just thinking about, oh no, just imagine my kid would take a bottle or whatever, like his bottle of water, and just throw it in the TV and just damage the TV, or just break a window with something, or a glass, or just in a very natural way. They don't do it because they don't want to anger you with it or something. They're just discovering how their body works, how stuff reacts. They just throw doors out of fun, just to see what happens. Oof. And that felt interesting. That felt like, I kind of care about all the stuff that I have. And it feels like my first impression, like my first thought was, I have to build this kid like a room where he can throw around and destroy everything there is without real consequences. And that would be like his or her playground or war zone. But that's not really a thing, because you just can't keep them in that room for like 2 years or... Yeah. And that's just a part of it. There's like so much more. And the parents from yesterday, they did a good job in telling us that, yeah, it's gonna be fine, you're gonna like it, it's very beautiful. But they also said, yeah, there are weeks when we get around 2 hours sleep per night. And you have to change the diapers for 2 years. That's a lot of diaper changing. A part of me, first thing it did, it wanted to calculate how many diapers. Like, what's the real amount of shit you're gonna be cleaning off your baby's ass? Oh man. Just imagine, like, even if it's just once a day, I think it's more. It's definitely more than once a day. Twice, thrice, whatever. Changing and changing and changing, and because yeah, it's so normal. You just imagine, you just go to the bathroom, right? Well, no. It's not that normal. And apparently it's not that easy to use a toilet. Oh, there are so many other things. Like they put everything in their mouth. And as I said before, I knew that from other experiences. I have been to other families, I've seen little children. But this time it was real. You know what I mean? It was like, this is gonna happen to you. That's what was playing in my mind. And everything I saw, I took it in differently. So yeah, they lick everything. They've got like toys, they stick it in their mouth, they just put saliva on everything. This little child from yesterday, very cute by the way, and I like him a lot. But he had these pencils, okay, with color, and he just didn't like painting on the paper. So he preferred it way more to paint on the ground or on the couch. And I'm not saying on the paper on the couch, no, on the couch, on the ground, on the floor. Just take his pencils and start making a Picasso drawing on the ground. And yeah, of course, then the parents have to take the little wet diapers, wet towels or whatever, and just clean it. And he just kept doing it. He was like, I don't give a damn. If you don't like this, I feel like expressing my artistic side on this particular part of the floor. And he was, as I said before, around 1.5 years old, something like that. And he already understood speech, because you could like ask him a lot of stuff and he would respond in his personal way, not with words but with signs and with sounds and stuff like that. But some things he just didn't like listening to. Like when you told him, don't do that, whoosh. No. Apparently that held no weight. Oh damn. Oh damn. And there's so much more. We were there when he was very hungry, because I imagine at that age you're growing a lot, so you're very hungry apparently. And he ate a lot. But the way he ate it's just so fascinating to me, because that's how even I feel, but I don't show it like that, okay? So sometimes when you just don't feel like eating anymore, you just continue eating a little bit more so you finish your plate, or you just take a break and then maybe you want to eat something more, but you say, okay, no, I ate before. No. As a baby, you don't give a damn. As I said before, his mother was just feeding him with his spoon, and at some point he had enough. But mid-bite, he just had enough. So he decided that he didn't want to swallow what he had in his mouth. So he just started pushing it out, okay? I don't care, I'm not hungry anymore. And he just pushed it out and it fell on the ground. It just slooped down his face, with no care in the world. Okay. Just everything falling on the ground or like in his pouch. Whatever. 2 minutes after, he was just pointing at the table, pointing at the kitchen, running to the kitchen, like pressing on the door. And then he wanted to eat again. Okay? So they put him back on his chair and start giving him more spoon after spoon of food. Then at some point again, he just liked 1, 2 of his spoons. They were very happy to be eating again. And then everything was bad again. It was just crying again. Because apparently he wanted his red car to be with him when he ate. So he got his red car and he started eating again. And then again, after some 2, 3 spoons, no, he decided he was full. So he wanted to go back to playing. Oh, man. And I just, oof, oof, oof. The amount of attention, the amount of care, and doing that every day for 2 years. Wow. It just feels crazy that the human race is still here. Like I know that not everyone is raised like that, and I know that babies would get by even if they get ignored, but I don't know. You still want to be good to your child, right? And take care of it. So you just try to help him. Try to do these biddings for him. But it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And it's not that I'm afraid of it in a way. Well, I am. Let's not lie. It's frightening. It's frightening. But the amount of time and the fact that it's just 24/7, it's not like you get a break or anything. Yesterday they told us that, yeah, we get a break, like he sleeps for around 2 hours midday, so we can do whatever we want in that 2 hours. Like, cool. Yeah, we usually also sleep in that 2 hours because we're pretty tired. Oh. Okay. So you get a break where you sleep for 2 hours. And then you wake up and do it again. Whew. I don't know if you can feel it, but that's the slap I was talking about. It's just a lot of processing. You know, I have to ask my mother if she did the same to me. If it was the same with me, I just have to. I have no idea. I probably it was, but I'm just so curious. Because just imagine that she did all that stuff and so much more for me. It just puts parenting in another light. Dude, I have to build a temple for my parents or something. Oof. And that's even more crazy. Like, imagine living your life as a child. And then you have, for so many years, you can't even remotely understand what your parents might have done for you. You just take it for granted. You just don't even think about it. What? I pooped in your hand when I was around 3 months? I have no recollection of that. Oh, maybe I did it 3 times a day. Oh. I pissed on the ground in the house and you had to clean up after me. Completely slipped my mind. Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see. Just no more words. Just gonna try to appreciate it. You know, on the other hand, it's not even what will come, but what is already. It's such a gift. Just realizing what it means. Just seeing what and feeling. As I said before, I saw it a lot of times, but I didn't feel it like this. Like now and not even now. I think there's even more to understand and to feel in this direction, but I am starting to understand a tiny bit. And already this tiny bit feels so big. Really, shout out to all the parents. Amazing job. Deep respect, just wow. Have a great day. Take care and enjoy life.